When you talk about Bolton, everyone mentions style, and people talk about it even from day one here. Do you think Bolton will be playing in your sort of style? Is there going to be a difference between what we saw last season, which was kind of survival football, as opposed to real expression?
Yeah, well, I mean, I would hope that we're able to, and we're comfortable taking the ball and taking it in tight areas and looking to pass and move it. Accepting that at times, you as we all do, regardless of what team you are, that you have to clear your lines. I think there's always a tendency, particularly in football, that you get labelled with a certain style, and then regardless of what you do, you've just been labelled with that. So all I would say is we will look to try and pass and move the ball, but accepting that if we have other attributes, then we'll have to use them as well. So when all said and done, we'll do our best to try and entertain and try and win games.
It's 10 metres in the Premier League. Are Fulham something of a benchmark in terms of what they achieved, maybe overachieved last season in terms of?
Well, I think what it shows you is that if you have the belief and you have a group of players that are prepared to work and sometimes the bounce of the ball and everything goes your way, then it can be achievable. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to be involved in some dressing rooms like myself, and we did it at Burnley, as you know, we played 61 games that season. We ended up with, I think, with 16 players because we were embargoed and I couldn't sign a player from January onwards. So it does show you that it can be achieved, and you're right, Fulham had a terrific season, and I think that all clubs probably in that area, if we're going to start talking about labels again, would look at Fulham and think, well, it's a similar size club to yourselves. That's achievable, and it is. But you have to have the belief and you have to have the quality to back it up.
And is the new manager, I think, kind of a double-edged sword in that he's got plans and he maybe wants players playing in a different way, and yet they've also got players trying to impress him and stay in their long-term plans, so they might play out their skins. Is it one of those sort of?
Well, I think what you have is you have a terrific manager first and foremost in the shape of Mark Hughes, and there's no doubt Mark Hughes will mould that team the way he wants. But he also recognises well that he's inherited some very good players from Roy, and so I think when you put all those combinations together, I mean, Fulham will show everybody this season again that they're a quality side.
Final couple of points on the Premier League. Where's it going to end up? Are Chelsea going to keep the crown? Are United going to, or City going to throw up because they've spent so much money?
Well, do you know what? I mean, I think at the outset that's why we love football, because we all have different opinions on it. What I would say is, I mean, I think it's going to be very hard fought. I mean, the Barclays Premier League is going to be such an incredible league this season again on all fronts, and whoever wins it, good luck to them. And my priority is looking after Bolton Wanderers and making sure we're at our best. So I'll leave who wins the title to up to them, really.
Last question. I had a chat with the chairman. He says that the pitch has been improved. A lot of work's gone on that. If you are going to play this sort of retaining the ball sort of football, you need to have that platform, don't you? So I mean, that's an important piece of pre-season work, really, isn't it?
Yeah, you do, but I mean also that for the teams that do pass and move the ball, that'll be an advantage to them as well. We have a terrific pitch at the Reebok. They always have done, but the lads have worked ever so hard on it this pre-season again, and I'm sure that it's fitting, as I say, for the Barclays Premier League and the quality that will be on it. And what we have to do is I believe, and the fans obviously help to this end, they have to try and we really have to make the Reebok a fortress again, that teams coming there know they're in for a tough afternoon. But to do that, we have to do it together. The players, the staff, the fans alike, we all have to buy into it, and that would help no end.